Coming up this morning on DC News Now, new video showing the moments a special police officer was killed during a training at the Anacostia Library.
Details from the disturbing footage released capturing the moments leading up to and after that deadly shooting. Plus, law enforcement raising the reward for DC murder suspect who escaped custody. An update on their search to track him down.
And right now we're seeing mainly cloudy skies at this point. We did see some heavy rain and some thunderstorms overnight, so you may still be dealing with some ponding on some of those roadways. More details, we'll get towards the rest at 7 day coming up.
Also coming up this morning, standardized test scores showing positives and negatives for Arlington Public Schools. So look at the numbers and how the school district hopes to improve.
The station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Well, good morning. Your time right now is 7 o'clock on a Wednesday morning. Live look this morning over the Kennedy Center back there. We do want to say thanks for starting your morning with us here on DC News Now. It's a little windy, it looks like, out there right now. Oh, I'm Tanaya, sorry. I was easily distracted. Easily distracted today.
You could be windy.
I know. We have fire trucks in our front of our building. We have a lot going on here. Yeah. It's gone now, so we're good.
Yes, good morning to you. I'm Corey James. Shanika, she's tracking your drive times this morning. As we know, Route 340, very, very busy.
Yes.
So lots of people out early.
Yes, lots of people stuck in traffic this morning, so definitely leave early.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right, she'll have more of that in just a moment. But Jackie, she's tracking your forecast. And the forecast for folks who are going out, it's good for right now, but it could be a little wet later on today.
Yeah, we could see a few showers still with us later on today. Those will be very isolated. Not everyone will be seeing those, and it mainly looks to be south of 66 is where we could be dealing with a few of those. Otherwise, the radar over the last 6 hours, we saw the rain, a heavy rain at that, push through across northern Virginia into DC, and then eventually off towards the north and east over towards Baltimore. It did drop at least an inch or at least 1 to 2 inches of rainfall, really depending on where you are. But again, into Loudoun County, you saw at least 1 3/4 inches, at least 2 inches just north of Germantown, and even right around 3 inches of rainfall has fallen over towards parts of Baltimore. But this is all associated with that low and that cold front as it continues to exit. Now we're tracking mainly dry conditions out there this morning, aside from maybe a couple of sprinkles. But temperatures right now 60s to low 70s under some mainly cloudy skies. We'll see some partly cloudy skies later on today. We're seeing that breeze though picking up mainly out of the north and west, 5 to 10 miles per hour. More details will get towards the rest at 7 day. Shanika's back with the on-board look at those roadways. How's traffic at this hour?
All right, Jackie, out in Virginia, you're seeing some backups out here. So this is on 95 heading northbound right in Springfield. So just before the interchange is where you're going to see heavy traffic. You're dealing with volume out there. You're going to see volume pretty much in different parts of our region. We had a problem along a 50, and that was heading eastbound. That was just off of 15 in Chantilly here. It looks to be gone, so you should be all good to go. I'm just seeing a little bit of red, a speck of red out there. A look at your Capital Beltway overall. You are seeing heaviest delays out of Silver Spring, and this is on the top side, outer loop. So do beware of that. If you're on DC 295 or planning to head in that direction, do give yourself more time. It is pretty slow heading south over the Anacostia Freeway.
All right, Shanika, thank you. Time right now is 7:02. New this morning, dramatic video capturing the moments a special officer was shot and killed inside the Anacostia Library during a training exercise.
Now, the shooting happened last summer, and the video is so disturbing that we have decided to limit what we show you this morning. Our Lex Warris joins us now in the studio. So, Lex, again, this video is very disturbing.
Yeah, extremely so. And I mean, that surveillance video shows the moments just before the shooting all the way up to first responders arriving. And it's hard to watch for that reason. Like you said, we have edited that footage down, but we do want to give just another warning to our viewers before playing it. Now, what you see here is the tail end of a baton training that was hosted at the Anacostia Library. You see that group taking a photo with the instructor, retired MPD Lieutenant Jesse Porter. And seconds later, right there, you see him turn around, whip out his gun, and point it towards the group. Now, we freeze the video here just before the gun goes off, and just after this, 25-year-old Marissa Mannion falling to the ground. In the rest of the video, Porter is clearly distressed. Another classmate is seen helping him start CPR until more help arrives. Mannion was pronounced dead at a local hospital. Now, we're hearing from her family's attorney this morning. They released a statement that reads in part, quote, "Watching Officer Marissa fight for her life on the floor of the Anacostia Neighborhood Library with her killer towering over her in her final moments was nothing short of heartbreaking, end quote. Well, the attorney also said the family is calling for an investigation into any policy violations. The video reveals Porter pled guilty to involuntary manslaughter back in June, and just 2 weeks ago, he was sentenced to 3 years in prison. Now, this is a lesser sentence than the prosecution requested. The judge said that's due to his lack of criminal history and the fact that he took accountability. Live in the studio, I'm Lex Juarez reporting.
All right, Lex, thank you. Time right now at 7:04. Fairfax County Police say the county is seeing more bomb threats this year. The department is launching a new policing unit to focus on these threats. Now, officers will investigate active violent incidents like bomb threats. Fairfax County Police, they're planning to introduce the unit strategies to other nearby police agencies.
We think by standing up a team that will or already are rather subject matter experts in the field, we think we'll have more quality investigation. Now have the capacity to better respond to that person who is a danger not only to his or her family and his or her community, but a danger to himself or herself.
At Fairfax County Police, they're planning to introduce the unit strategies to other nearby police agencies.
And Metro is testing out some new signs. It is part of an effort to make navigating the system a bit easier. That means adding new letters and numbers instead of just colors. This is seen as a benefit to locals, people from out of town, and riders who are colorblind.
Sometimes I get out on like the stops and I'm like, I know which way to go, but then I'm like, all right, am I going out this way or am I going out this way? Then if I get out the wrong exit, then I'm like 5 minutes down the street.
I think anything that makes it more accessible is going to be good.
Lafon Plaza will be the first to get these new signs. They will be added in just a few days from now. More signage is going to be added this fall. Meantime, Metro says 3 heavily trafficked red line stations will be shut down in December. Critical safety repairs are required at Farragut North, Metro Center, and Gallery Place. They will be closed from December 18th through at least December 30th. An important note, service on other lines will continue at Metro Center and Gallery Place during the repairs. In the meantime, shuttles will operate to accommodate those red line riders.
DC Police announcing a reward increase for the arrest of escaped murder suspect Christopher Haynes. Now, this is the most recent video taken of him just minutes after he escaped 1 week ago. Investigators say they have received multiple reports of possible sightings of Haynes. Anyone with any information leading to his arrest could now receive $30,000. And an update on the new youth curfew program in D.C. Police say 3 minors were taken into custody for violating the curfew last week. Officers say there were 4 minors who violated the curfew Labor Day weekend. The program focuses on 7 crime hotspots throughout the district. If caught violating the curfew, police take minors to the Department of Youth Services. And we're learning more about the Prince George's County teen who was shot and killed walking home from school.
Our Liberty Zabala is live outside of the school in Lanham with how classmates are remembering this teen gone too soon. Liberty, good morning.
Good morning, Tanaya and Corey. Just a heartbreaking tragedy, and we can still see candles and flowers and balloons here where that makeshift memorial is, where loved ones remembered 16-year-old Jada Medrano Moore as an outgoing girl with a bright future who was always making others smile. But the vigil held here was filled with hugs and tears. More than 100 family members, friends, and basketball classmates released balloons into the sky near the very same spot she was shot. Officers say the shooting happened outside of Duval High School Monday afternoon. They say a fight broke out between 2 groups, then Jada was hit, and police are still searching for the gunman responsible. Loved ones prayed together here, calling for justice for Jada. They pleaded for anyone with information to come forward.
It's a bad tragedy what we all go through, but it's day-to-day life. And we as human beings need to help each other, come as a community to understand and help each other to be a community.
And police are now offering a $25,000 reward for any information that can lead to an arrest. Meanwhile, the school is also looking to speed up steps to add metal detectors on campus. For now, live here in Lanham, Liberty Zabala, DC News Now.
The Maryland Department of Juvenile Services releasing a new report showing the number of young people who were shot and survived quadrupled over the past decade. The report also states over 3 years, overall crimes of violence fell about 16%. The Secretary of the department spoke about the study, and he believes incarceration is not the only solution.
We hear a lot about juveniles when it comes to gun crime. Last year, there were 13 times as many adults arrested for homicides as there were juveniles. And overall, juvenile crime, what this tells me is we've got to focus on the kids who are most likely to engage in gun violence or be victimized by gun violence.
The report also finds racial disparities, with youth of color being overrepresented in Maryland's juvenile justice system. It compares them to youth both incarcerated and victims compared to white youth.
J.L. Simpson Middle School in Leesburg is putting bold ideas to work. It is one of 3 Virginia schools with an Amazon Think Big space. It allows students to act on their ideas and gives teachers new skills to teach tech classes. One 7th grader creating a locker prototype that adjusts to a student's height to prevent back problems.
3D printers, you can build anything with them and create anything. I hope to one day this be a real thing.
Opportunities to interact with kids these ways that are really creative, and supporting teachers who want to do that work is a key goal for us.
The space also serves as a place for local business leaders to share with teachers what the workforce of tomorrow needs to know.